what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to AEW Double or Nothing 2020 review. Basically, for this All Elite Wrestling review, the show from May 23rd, 2020. This will mark to May 23rd, the 21-year anniversary since the passing of an unfortunate passing of the late great Owen Hart. May he rest in peace. Sorry to the Hart family of what happened 21 years ago. And basically, I'll do more teasers and more signs of the total situation when it pertains to why, basically, it does have a lot to do with Owen Hart too. Which I will do that one video about it, but I just need to do one more video where it pertains to final teaser of me being done, officially done with the WWE. Basically, what me not having to do with them. No matter what anyone says, no matter how people try to say it, no matter how people try to, make me look at the positive note here. There is no look at the positive note here when Owen Hart is gone because of WWE's, you know, not being responsible for Owen Hart's death and the way they handled his death. So, but that's not a hero there. But May 23rd is the anniversary death of Owen Hart. So rest in peace to again to the late great Owen Hart. Wish he was still here. But there were injections. Obviously, they had to be injected with Florida for this one due to the COVID-19. Uh, they were at Davis Place, also at the TIAA Bank Field. Basically, with that stadium, it's going to be the Stadium Stampede match, which we'll get to. Obviously, no attendance were received to real life fans, other than wrestlers being fans and a couple of staffs were being fans. And I'll get to that later on too, where it pertains to one particular wrestler being a fan. I'll get to her. I'll get to that person later, and you'll find out who it is. But excuse me, under the promotion of All Elite Wrestling, folks, I apologize. I was supposed to start this like around 8 o'clock, and then I was set up to start at around 9 o'clock. And there's a reason for that too. I was not here. I stepped out because apparently Mertens to me gave my package, which is a long story. I seriously didn't know I had the package delivered at my home, but at where I'm at right now is my temporary home, where it pertains to looking after my sister's place. So, obviously due to this whole pandemic, that's why uh, this whole home and temporary home thing. But also the reason why I started this late is because my package ended up being at my home instead. I was worried about about this other circumstance, but that's a long story, and basically that's to let you know all about that. But before we get to the show itself, your commentators for the buy-in show for Double or Nothing was Excalibur and Taz. Your pay-per-view commentators were Gulo JR Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur. You have your ring announcers. One was Dasha Gonzalez, and one was Justin Roberts, which is the Stadium Stampede match, which I don't think he was there. I think it was like basically him recording himself maybe at home, whatever, or something. Because they didn't show him there. Just let you all know that. So Alex Marvez was there as the interviewer. And you got the referees like Aubrey Edwards, Bryce Bransburn, Paul Turner, and Rick Max. Those are the referees there they got, and there you go. Now let's get to the pre-show. And once I get to the pre-show, I'm gonna get to the main show. And once I get to the main show, this is the main show is where I'm going to show myself on camera. But for now, this is what you got. This is what you're looking at. He's looking at you. The Double Nothing logo, which I'm pretty sure is from last year's Double Nothing. I digress. The first match was Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent versus Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. It was a tag team match to determine the number one contender for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, which is going to be in the in the near future, which I'm pretty sure is probably going to have at Fire Fest. But I digress. Match lasted 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Match itself, it had its moments, but other than that, there were some parts that were delayed, some sloppiness. It um, if anything, I'm glad it was on the pre-show. Just to say that. Because if it was on the main card, I don't think fans was going to be into the match. Being on the main card because of how the match was being presented. It wasn't a terrible match. It wasn't a bad match. It's just the timing, and the and the way some moves were. That was bad. The match itself, I thought the match overall was solid. In the end, it was best friends winning because they were on TV more. Private Party has not been on TV on that anyways. Sometimes they'll be on dark, but sometimes they don't end up not being there. And I'll get to someone else who wasn't there that much either, but tends to get involved too much. I'll get to that person later too, because I was really starting getting that really started getting on my nerves. At first it wasn't, but then also it really started getting on my nerves. But again, you'll find out soon enough. Oh, by the way, speaking of someone who was getting on my nerves, by the way, let me get to it. Vicky Guerrero, she was there. She was acting like a heel in there, obviously, because that's always been her best role. She's a good heel. The problem is WWE, the way they handle her as a heel, what pertains to over exposing her, overrating her in a way where fans got tired of her. It ends up being go heat for that one. Not because I want to see her get hers. No, it's the whole I want to see her on TV more because she's terrible. Not because of her obviously. It's the way that WWE presented her. But Vicky Guerrero here, she was on the heel side of for this one, pertains to the buy-in. Even though since the best friends in Private Party, there was no heels for the goal root for. But she's in the Private Party. The Private Party are having the Jaguar Prince encounters on. I think it was. I can't remember if that was or not, but because that's her thing, because she's a cougar, and that's in her storyline too. I mean, gimmick too. Obviously from WWE, that she's a cougar. So even though she's married, but that's not here or there. Anyways, but the point is, Vicky Guerrero was not annoying me on the show. She did good on the show. That were pertains to her being a heel. Unfortunately, with someone else in the crowd, I'll get to that person later, who started to annoy me. Anyways, in the end, it was best friends getting the win at the Haynes Strong Zero. I can't remember. It was I think it was on Isaiah Cassidy that got it on. So I knew best was going to win, and they did. I saw the look of Trent's face. He looked like he was a little frustrated how the match went, but hey, at least he gets positive because at the end of the day, they're going to the tag team belts. So there you go. Now when is that going to be? I don't know. Better wait and see. And this is the time where Taz had to leave because now it's about Tony Schiavone and good old JR Jim Ross to join in with Excalibur. Now before I get to show myself, in fact, let me show myself because I got to talk about something important. Shaq Gaspar was we remember on this pay per view of Double or Nothing, especially what pertains to the buy-in, what pertains to Private Party doing the G9, which was a finish move that Crown Town did back in the days. So it was a nice way that Private Party did that to pay tribute to the late great Shaq Gaspar. And later on, Jim Ross, actually that was on Dynamite. I remember that was actually on Dynamite. But I thought what I meant was at the beginning of the show, they show a video package, something about it looked like it was something about COVID-19, and then something about them being at the beach, and they show a couple of wrestlers talking about you know you know basically putting on a lighter a note of routines to everything that's been going on, and then they show a graphic of Shaq Gaspar with him of his birth and then his death. Um, I need to correct myself here, folks, because I did not know all this with routines to the Venice Beach, California being opened up with routines to WB at the beach because um it since the whole thing with from California with the COVID-19 kind of quiet down just a little bit, where it takes to certain places that were open, and the beach was one of them. Unfortunately, where it takes to people being in the water, Shaq Gaspar and Sun was one of them. Where it takes to buy surfing, that's what it basically was. I thought they were on like on a cruise or something. That's what I thought. At the time that's what I thought it was, but I was wrong, and I want to apologize for making that wrong statement from my review for AEW Dynamite. But that's when it happened. The tide starts coming in. That can happen out of the blue. So luckily, Shaq Gaspar son was saved because Shaq Gaspar put his life um I mean he risked his life, I meant to say he risked his life for his son to be saved by the rescuers. Unfortunately, when the rescuers are trying to get him, unfortunately, I was, they still of what I heard, the tides got big and it just swept his entire body away, and that's why they couldn't find him until Wednesday morning. They did find him. Well, witnesses, people that were there found them, and they obviously called the authorities, and it's really sad. Shaq Gaspar. The positive thing you can say about him is that he died a hero because he instead of uh, both of them, and Shaq Gaspar and his son be taken. If anyone had to be taken, it had to be the father, Shaq Gaspar. Meanwhile, the son lives on, because he's got a full life ahead of him. 10 years old, and unfortunately lost a 39-year-old father who, sacrificed his life for he got to his life to keep on going. So, so recipes to Shaq Gaspar, and he'll be bringing the hood to heaven. Another death I need to talk about too. Unfortunately, Hana is sad to talk about too. Hana Kimura from Stardom, and I remember seeing a little bit of her for Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, I never got to see her match of Wrestle Kingdom 14 because obviously it was a dark match. I think it was like a tag match. I can't remember or not, but I'm pretty sure it was a tag team match. 'Cause, you know how New Japan is with tag team matches, so but it's still good how they do it though. But Kimura basically was a big star for Stardom, and I can't remember if she was also part of the Stardom Empty Arena show that they did. I don't know how that went. I gotta check it out to see. I think it says on YouTube if I'm mistaken. I just haven't checked it out yet because I did hear about that. I really want to check it out because I'm a fan of women's wrestling, fan of Japanese wrestling, and Stardom. Is where someone like Kairi Sane, Shirai came from, and a few others. I don't remember if Asuka was part of that organization. She might have been. I just really haven't paid attention to that much than what she wrestled elsewhere in Japan. But the main thing is about is Hana Kimura, and what happened to her was very tragic. Unfortunately, she took her own life. And why she took her own life? Because of obviously, cyberbullying was the cause of her death because of a reality TV show that was on Netflix that she was on, and um, I I heard a little information about what happened or why these two motherfuckers on Twitter went after her. They're fucking cowards for cyberbullying. That's just because cyberbullying is there does not mean it's right. It's not okay. But look what happened. Unfortunately, she took her life because of that, because she never got any type of negative publicity like that before, because she's always been a joy to hang around with, and she's always like a no one has anything bad to say about Hana uh, Kimura. Unfortunately, these two did, and she and there was something that happened on Twitter of her Twitter account, a picture of herself cutting herself. I actually saw the picture. It was not a great sight, but I think she may have bled to death because of that. And after that, these two that basically cyberbully Kimura to her death. They said that I deactivate their Twitter accounts because that's the type of people they are. They're fucking cowards. Instead of stand up and man up to and show the encouragement of what they did, they decided to hide away from social media of what they did. When words are powerful in either a positive way, but sometimes in a negative way, it becomes more powerful because what happened with Kimura. And the fact that she's no longer here, and she was only 22 years old, folks. She was 22 years old, still young, and unfortunately, only the good, only the good die young. She had a lot of potential in in wrestling, and Stardom heavily pushed her uh, to mean something to their company, and it's unfortunate that she's gone. There's gonna be a lot more to say about this. I am anger. I am angry. I am frustrated. I am sad. And the reason why I feel this way is because I've been on cyberbullying too. But it never drove me to where I had to kill myself. Unfortunately, with Kimura, who never dealt with this type of thing, because she's always been like with others and never nothing bad to say anything about her. She thought this was her only way out. And I want to say this to everyone: no matter what happens to you, doesn't matter how you get bullied or cyberbullying, no matter how things looks, or things to hard times and everything that's anything negative thrown your way, no matter how bad it seems, kill yourself is not the way out. There's always a positive way to fight through whatever it is you're going through, and that's hopefully that's the message that you can learn from me, and not just from me, but anyone else that has a positive message to give to those that if you're thinking about going down that path, talk to somebody, please. Please talk to somebody. It's good to talk to someone about what the problems that you're going through right now. And once you get that out of your system, that person right who's there for you just just might have saved your life. And unfortunately, with unfortunately with Hana, see, I can't really talk now. This is the person talk about this, but for Hana Kimura, I just wish that she would have found a way to not end her life the way that she did. And it's just I just don't know what to say at this point, other than my prayers, my condolences, my sympathy goes to the Kimura family for the loss of Hana Kimura, and all I can say is I'm sorry to what happened, and may Hana Kimura rest in peace. Um, as right now, I want to take this moment just to give a 10 second of silence for both passings of unfortunately of Shaq Gaspar and Hana Kimura. Thank you. All right, let's get to this now. The opening show for Double or Nothing, which by the way, they did the rules and everything. They announced this on the buy-in that the opening match was going to be the Casino ladder match for an opportunity to face the AEW World Champion in the future. Your participants were, if I could get the correct notes here, who entered first because it was a casino a casino style that they did here with chance to enter into the match. Okay, I can't find it here, but what I remember, number one entry was Frankie Kazarian of SCU. Number two entry was Scorpio Sky of SCU. Then we get to Kip Sabian, who came out, and then we also had Jimmy Havoc there too. Flippy Four got involved a little bit, but she also got involved later on. I'll get to that later. Yeah, Orange Cassidy coming out. Orange Cassidy was basically lazy. He's like how do I win this match and everything. It was funny. Yeah, Coco Cabana coming in after that. He started doing some kind of funny stuff too. Yeah, Luchasaurus coming in. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I can't remember if Darby Allin came out. No, actually, it was Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Coco Cabana, Joy Janela, Luchasaurus, and then we get to the mystery entry. And we're all speculating who could it be. So first Taz comes out, and I think to myself, Taz, like what is this? And all of a sudden, it was Brian Cage coming out. So yes, the rumors were true. Brian Cage is in All Elite Wrestling. He is All Elite. Apparently, he's been some with Impact. I mean, he's done with Impact Wrestling now. Apparently, yeah, he's been some with AEW while he was injured. So he's been cleared, and here he is. He's there, and he was running roughshod until a couple of them started getting to Brian Cage. And they all started literally burying him with ladders, the casino chip, and all that, the giant size of it. They literally bury him. You know, match lasted 28 minutes and 30 seconds. By the way, Darby Allin at one point did a skateboard dive. Um, okay, I'm sorry, I saw something there. On notification. As I was saying, um, Darby Allin used a skateboard off a ladder onto his I can't remember who it was. It was either to it wasn't Coca Cabana. I think it was Kip Sabian, or I think it was Frankie Kazarian. I can't remember who it was, but point is, Darby Allin used to skateboard skateboard his opponents off the ladder, and then he basically teasing that he broke his ankle, whatever, something like that. Either his ankle or his knee, something like that. Jimmy Havoc, he missed his tie. I think he was choking Orange Cassidy with his tie. I can't remember if he choked Orange Cassidy with his tie, or to Joy Janela. I can't remember which he was choking his tie with. But the point is, or if this choking someone with a tie, you could get fired choking someone with a tie at some companies. Say even Taz mentioned that back in the days of Williams and TNA. Just saying. But anyways, but yeah, everyone thought, oh, did a good job in this match. You know, there's a lot of cool high flying and cool impactful spots in there. No way before got involved. This match was insane. And then we get to the finish. So Darby Allin is trying to get to the ladder. I mean, not trying to get to the ladder. Trying to get to the by the way, the casino chip, which you grab it, you're a normal contender. That's what the muse. I thought that was clever. Brian Cage got Darby Allin. He puts him on top of the ladder that was on the turnbuckle, and then picks him up and then throws him off. You know, as unsafe it you can be. Brian Cage climbs and gets the casino chip, and yeah, Brian Cage, the Machine, is the new no more contender for the AEW World Championship title of his choosing. And I'll get to that. I'll get to more of that later on when I get to Moxley and Brody Lee's match. But yeah, the Human Suplex Machine Taz is managing the Machine, Brian Cage. See what I did there? Just saying. MJF with Warlow. He wasn't there for that. Actually, yeah, he was there. Not think about it. I was thinking about something else. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about something else. Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he's at ringside. I mean, I think I seen him coming out there with MJF. He was at ringside. But it was MJF versus Jungle Boy. 17 minutes and 20 seconds match or so. A back and forth match, and it was good. Obviously, in the end, MJF wins. No, to say about that. Just saying. Then we get to the tournament of the final for the AEW TNT Championship title, which was presented by the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson. So they finally revealed the championship belt. It was a red strap with silver, designs. And I'm like, oh no. And the way it looked too, by the way, the middle plate looked as cheap as fuck, but the side plates were cool. And I got combinations. I mean, confirmation, meant to say confirmation from Tony Schiavone on commentary that it's half done. It's basically it's not complete. But at the same time, I'm not blaming them because they blame the COVID-19 for ruining that revealing the real championship belt. I guess maybe, but the real one I saw online that looks basically is red strap with gold, obviously. Excuse me, folks. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. So yeah, they showed the real belt, and yeah, I mean, it showed the belt how it really looks, and that looks better. let me find a picture of it so I can show you folks. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could find from here. I could be wrong, but let me just double check. Nope, that's not it. But that's the boat that I'll show you right now, folks. But I'm gonna go on Facebook basically to show you all. All right, here we go. Facebook's right up here. I just need to sign in, I guess. Okay, never mind. Oh, I'll have to sign in. Uh, all right, we can go find it right now because I was tagged in onto that photo, so it'll be more easier for me to find it too. Uh, once I get to it. For some reason it's buffering. Basically it's buffering, which is find it. So, or I could just go to my profile because again I was tagged into it. So, all right, here we go. Ah, here we go. Now see, can I zoom in? It should go. It should show both of them. Nope. Let's see. Is this better? Yeah, this is better. Okay. All right. Here we go, folks. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This is what it looked like when Mike Tyson presented it, and I'm like, oh come on, really? It looks like it's the Raw Championship titles. The Raw Tag Team belts. That's what I meant to say. That's what it looked like to me. So I'm like, really? This is what you presented? Like all the hype, the TNT Championship title. This is what you give us? What a letdown. And then this is the real reveal of the belt. When we're I guess we'll wait till we see at Dynamite maybe. But this is what the belt is supposed to look like. Now that's the TNT Championship belt. I gotta say that looks more better than the one that they presented on Double or Nothing. All gold, with some diamonds there or rhinestones, meant to say. That's the championship belt that we sure saw at Double or Nothing, not to a later date, and it's gold. So that's the TV. Well, actually, in a way, when you think about it, it is their version of the TV title, but the TNT championship title. So there you go. So that being said, the match itself. So like I said, Mike Tyson is there. Match lasted 22 minutes. Les Archer came out with Jake Roberts, and Les Archer already he's got a hand on someone, uh, you know, one of the other crew members, and he starts killing him in the ring. Because Les Archer, the Murdoch monster, everybody dies, and Mike Tyson had to look on his face like, damn. I thought was hilarious. And then Cody comes out with Arn Anderson, obviously. Match happens. Match itself, it was decent. Um, Basically, Lance Archer was destroying Cody in the way. And now we get to the part where the person was annoying me in the crowd. Now, it didn't happen during this time, but it happened later on. And it was Big Swole. Big Swole was basically, trash talking to Lance Archer because Archer was beating about Cody in front of her or whatever, something like that. I can't remember how it happened, but basically, Lance Archer was having words with Big Swole, and Big Swole was throwing it right back at her. I mean, throwing it right back at him. Excuse me. Now that time she didn't know it at that time. She annoyed someone else on the asylum, but what case to me, she didn't annoy me really until until we get to what happened later on. So excuse me, folks. Sorry about that, folks. So yeah, Lance Archer and Big Swole were having at it for a little bit, and then the match resumed with Cody and Lance Archer. Lance Archer was basically the match was all The match was all Lance Archer in a way. Yeah, at one point, Jake Roberts was getting involved a little bit, with the him, being a distraction factor, let's say. Arn Anderson started to get involved, which is tripping on Lance Archer. Oh, I got to bring this up too, by the way. During the shots for Mike Tyson watching the match, they show that they call Mike Tyson on the wrong time. They call him yarning during this match, and I'm like, oh god, that's the worst thing you could ever give to Mike Tyson to react a match. And they go, and they have these fans of saying, "I see, even Mike Tyson thinks this company is boring." Yeah, sure is. Keep telling yourself that. But let's get to Arn Anderson. He trips up Lance Archer. Also, let me get one referee coming out. Paul Turner, by the way. And your referee, I think, was Bryce. Yeah, Bryce Remsburg. He ratted out basically, Arn Anderson. And then Mike Tyson's like, yeah, he did. And then get him out. Like, what are you doing, Mike Tyson? So he gets kicked out. Even Jake Rose got kicked out. I said, so wait, what did he do? He didn't do anything. He didn't touch Cody Rose. So he has to believe it too. But then he comes back. About what? 2 minutes later, he comes back. Like, wait a minute. So he comes back. He's got a bag. He's got a bag, and you know what's in the bag. Just Snake Roberts. You know what's in the bag. So Mike Tyson gets on the stage. He takes his shirt off, and my God, Mike Tyson looks in good condition. He's in great shape. I guess he is ready to come back, to do a fight, in the ring, get back in that boxing ring. So Mike Tyson scares off Jake Roberts. And I said, wait a minute. For all the years that Jake Roberts had a snake in his bag, he always intimidates anyone, with a snake. But I guess with Mike Tyson, baddest on the planet, it doesn't face him, I guess. In the end, Lance Archer should win, right? To become the new TNT champion. Instead, they decided to give the Cody Rhodes to give him not one, but two crossroads onto Lance Archer, and he gets to win. I didn't agree to that. Yes, I know that Cody needed his revenge after what happened to Brandy Rose, to Dustin Rose, to QT Marshall, what came to the hands of Jake Roberts and Lance Archer, to Lance Archer, but the whole thing happened with his wife and everything. Um, it was all written right there, what came to Cody was getting his revenge, and the way to get his revenge is by being Lance Archer, and to give us something that he won't be able to have with, and that's the TNT Championship. I'm like, wow. Like, what was the whoa? Like, I know Lance Archer can bounce back. I'm not saying he's completely done. Obviously, he's not done. But to me, this was a wrong call. This was Lance Archer's win. This should have been Lance Archer's win. Even fans that I've seen on Twitter, not a lot on Twitter, but a few fans on social media, like on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you got joined there, they all like Lance Archer. They want to see them but good things from Lance Archer, and they wanted him to win. They wanted Lance Archer to win, and unfortunately, that's not what happened here. Lance Archer didn't win. To me, it was a letdown. Not against Cody Rhodes, but you're gonna get these fans going to ask Cody Rhodes and AEW saying that, oh, see, you got your co-vice president putting a belt on himself. And that's how people can look at it too, unfortunately. Chris Stanlander versus Penelope Ford, being covered by Kip Sabian, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. This was a filler match. In a way, it was like a replacement because originally it was supposed to be Dr. Britt Baker DMD. Unfortunately, she got hurt on Dynamite. I heard she got an injury where pertains to why what which pertains to why she couldn't wrestle. It wasn't too serious, but for safety, they decided to pull out of the match and decided to end it for them before. The least thing we can say is that at least she didn't you know had a serious injury or of a knee, I guess, or that injury she suffered from. Um, but Dr. Sampson said that said something about her patient was not being nice to him. So I guess even when it comes to serious injuries, Britt Baker could still get healed. That's it. But the match itself between Chris Stanlander and Penelope Ford, it was alright. It was alright. Chris Stanlander wins. Then we get to a match that I feel like goes filler, where it takes what happened on Dynamite. Shawn Spears, where he basically challenging Dustin Rhodes to a match. He comes out in a suit and basically says, that's what's gonna be there anyways because he's retiring, blah blah blah. So his music plays, and then he was like, oh, he's getting ready and everything, and all of a sudden that hot Hoja. Basically, he pulled a Shawn Michaels from 2005. Remember how Shawn Michaels did that with Bret Hart's music and with Hogan's music? That's the vibe I got from. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So Shawn Spears wants to be War as winner. Aubrey Edwards was the referee. Aubrey Edwards. She starts counting. Also, Doug's Rose music plays, and he's like, "Hey, cut the music off. Only it was just one time, guys. Only one time." It's like exactly you idiots, stop playing the music and everything. Also, Brandy Rose comes out. So Brandy Rose confronts Shawn Spears, and from behind, Dustin Rose shows up, and Dustin Rose basically goes after Shawn Spears. Oh wait, Shawn Spears in the suit. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I'm mentioning it right now. Shawn Spears is getting the robe of his suit by Dustin Rose all the way to his boxers. And for some reason, Shawn Spears on his boxers, he had a picture of his manager, Tully Blanchard, from his crotch. And in the end, Dustin Rose wins. So not only we got Cody Rhodes winning, but you also have Dustin Rhodes winning. Especially a match that was filler, where Shawn Spears should have won. I know that Cody had to win, but not Dustin won. Unbelievable. And let's face it, the match itself, this wasn't a match to me. This match, feel like it was like a WWE match, and that's something I don't want to see. And that's something I don't want to be reminded of when it comes to WWE. Next we get to Hikaru Shida versus the Native Beast, who is the AEW Women's World Champion, Nyla Rose. No disqualifications, no countouts. Basically, a nose bar match. That's basically what it is. For the AEW Women's World Championship, that's at 60 minutes and 40 seconds. Um, I gotta point out one thing, by the way, pertains to, I believe it was during this match too. Big Swole. She was talking trash to Nyla Rose, pertains to she wants to fight over her title and everything, blah blah blah. Like see myself, she was still a little bit there, but then she started annoying me a little bit more when we get to the co-main event. Well, I'll get to that momentarily. Um, but yeah, just because you're there acting like a fan doesn't mean you have to go overboard with it. Big Swole. That's how I felt with Big Swole. And during the times where Big Swole was gone from AEW. This was the time for her to come back to be to play as a fan, not just a fan, but a fan that's having an attitude problem. Now the match itself, this was a good match between Hikaru Shida and Nana Rose. Yeah, Candlestick's involved. I can't remember what Hikaru Shida was dressed up like. They said she was dressed like some kind of video game character or an anime character, whatever it was. I can't remember. And either way, I liked it. I thought it was cool. Her outfit, you know. But yeah, I don't know what she it was inspired by, but hey, it worked for me. But match itself, like I said, it was a good match. Still chairs involved. Yeah, but a candlestick involved. I can't remember what else was involved too in the way. I think a table was trying. I think in the way a table was going to be used in the match between these two. But I don't think it did. It might have been. I just can't remember. And the reason why I can't remember, folks, or just everything that I don't know. Yeah, if I gotta pull up some backup notes here. Just give one moment. But yeah, the match itself, it was good. It was a very good match. You know, especially where we just on those bar match, it was pretty good what they did. Fight outside the ring, fight inside the ring. Um, they fought into the sections. Not too far from the sections, but yes, you know what I mean when I say that. All right, let me see. Let me go to Bleachers Report here. Excuse me, folks. All right, folks. Let me see here. Okay, it's not there either. I guess I gotta go to a better result site. Ringside News. Yeah, see, this is a good one here. Okay. Mm. Yeah, the buy-in, unbelievable. That's what they're showing me. They're showing me the buy. Oh wait, okay. I'm sorry. I see. There's a number of pages here. I'm sorry. My fault. My fault. All right, here we go. So like I said, they had a killing stick. They had steel chairs. Yeah, there was a table that was put up by Nara Rose. But Nara Rose fight. I mean, but Hikaru Shida starts fighting her back in the way. They fought in the sections, like I said before. It was basically back and forth in a way, but Hikaru Shida was definitely getting some good combats in the way. And they did some incredible moves on the top rope too. An avalanche Falcon Arrow by Hikaru Shida to Nara Rose, which is pretty awesome. Nara Rose kicking out, and Hikaru Shida in the way kicking out in the match. And then finally in the end, Hikaru Shida with the candlestick, to the face, and then follows with the running knee, which is her finishing move, and she gets the win. And your winner, new AEW Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida. 60 minutes and 40 seconds. I'll remember if I mentioned that, but I'll mention it right now. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I'll explain a little bit of why I keep doing that. But Hikaru Shida wins. I'm happy for her. I'm glad she won. Nana Rose, she had a nice run, but Hikaru Shida, she's been there since the pandemic was going on with with AEW with no crowds, and she was basically there for Chase to Dynamite, well for Dark, and she's been a team player for AEW where Chase to obviously with the whole pandemic going on. Nana Rose, who's champion, wasn't there that much until she finally showed up when they ended up going back to doing live broadcasting for the AEW Dynamite at one point. So yeah, um, the right person won here, in my opinion. Hikaru Shida deserves it. And all I gotta say is, holy Shida, we have a new AEW Women's World Champion. So I'm happy for her that she won the belt. That right, it was right. It was the right call here. She's a team player, and they're gonna go with her to carry the women's division with her being the AEW Women's World Champion. Then we get to the main event for the AEW World Championship. The AEW World Championship. So yes, they decided to put this as a co-main event instead of the actual main event, which I'm glad they did. They made that right decision there because the Stampede, the Stadium Stampede match should be the main event. But I'll get to that later. So the AEW World Championship, 15 minutes and 30 seconds between the AEW World Champion John Moxley versus the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. This match was good. Way better than their times in WWE. When Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper happened in WWE, wasn't that good. Not because of them, because they were handcuffed by WWE. What pertains to show us what they can really do with this rivalry, what they can really do with their matches. WWE, we couldn't get that. AEW, they gave us that. John Moxley and Brody Lee, they gave us that, and they knocked it right out of the park. Now this match was not no rules, but they did some stuff that had that no rules in the way for just happened at the tail end of the match. But yeah, it was like back and forth action between these two, and there you go again. Big Swole once again getting involved again. She's talking a lot of smack to Brody Lee because she's bringing a fan, and like oh my god, like at that point she restarted to annoy me. All I gotta say from here was that thank God that we're getting to the Stadium Stampede match because from there we won't have to worry about her anymore. Jesus Christ. So baseball was annoying during this match too. But besides that, John Moxley and Brody Lee was having a very good match. They fought on stage. They Muse. I can't remember what was Muse. I think it was one of those casino chips that John Moxley may have used to Brody Lee. And then all of a sudden, I can't remember how it was done. Um, and it was John Moxley doing this to Brody Lee. If I could find the right notes here. Oh yeah, here it is. Excuse me, folks. I'm back, folks. My apologies. I hate doing this, but um, I'll get to why I kept doing that. But speaking of the casino chips, that John Moxley used to Brody Lee. Um, the set now, obviously, the pandemic, we're not gonna be able to have the type of set that we want to have for Double or Nothing, but at that those casino chips, they had these poker cards, with the faces of the wrestlers on there. Not all of them, but just well, basically, I guess we're pertains to on these matches that was happening. I'm assuming that's what happened. I couldn't really keep track of it, but I digress. But they decided to decorate the stadium, which is to I mean the stadium, the stage. They decorate the stage, which is to give it a good feel of Double or Nothing, even though it's not the Double or Nothing that we wanted to have, but they did the best they can to do that. And the Timetron had the slot machine type of Timetron. It was cool. It wasn't like a. I'm not trying to say it was the Timetron was a slot machine. I'm talking about the scream. The scream had um you know the slot machine style in a way. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean. I try to explain it in the way I can, but I guess I'm not doing a good job at that. So I'm doing the best I can to do it to give you that type of feedback. Um, but yeah, so they both are fighting on stage. Moxley counters brilliantly, gives him a front shift off of the steps through the rampway, and that reminds me back in the days of ECW between Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow. When Bam Bam Bigelow had Taz on his shoulders because Taz gets him like a submission hold. I think it was the Taz mission, and then Bam Bam Bigelow falls back and then went to the stage, and then later on he beats Taz. But then you have John Moxley here. John Moxley with the paradigm shift to Bray Lee off the steps to the ramp. They went to the ramp. Moxley gets out there. Only for Bray Lee to get out of there. As Bray Lee it gets all busted open. And the match continues. They still end up going back and forth. And then in the end, John Moxley gets the elevated paradigm shift to Brody Lee, but Brody kicks out of it, only for Moxley to put him into a super hole, and Brody Lee, Mr. Brody Lee, submits. I mean, no, he didn't submit. He passed out. So in a way, they protected him. So yeah, we all knew that Moxley wasn't going to lose the belt, but at least they kept Brody Lee protected. Unlike what they did with with Lance Archer. Just saying, they kept making that happen. But in the end, John Moxley got his revenge. It was got his revenge on Lance Archer and Jake Roberts. John Moxley got his revenge on Brody Lee. Rotates the Dark Order, and there you go. Um, that's where they announced anything. I guess they announced some rotates to AEW All Out. I can't remember if they did or not. I remember seeing something about All Out on the show where rotates to promoting it. They obviously they're still gonna be doing some shows from here and there. No matter how the pandemic looks, in the world right now. But yeah, All Out is planned. I don't know if it's gonna be in Chicago though, but you know, it's a matter of what if it's gonna happen. I mean, the show's gonna happen either way, but the location is gonna be a huge problem because of the pandemic. But John Moxley was still AEW champion, which obviously he's got a huge momentum on his side when being AEW World Champion, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Now, since John Moxley being the AEW World Champion, it was announced after the show that John Moxley will defend his AEW World Championship title against Brian Cage, who won the Casino Ladder match to earn an opportunity for a top shot anytime he wanted. And he decided to call on that shot, and it's gonna be John Moxley defending his AEW World Championship title against Brian Cage at Fyter Fest 2020. I cannot wait. I know people are gonna say it's too soon. I know it's too soon, but Brian Cage, he's not waiting. He won the match fair and square. He won the match where he takes to get of the title, and it's Cole not wasting any time. He's there to become a world champion. Once you win a match that involves getting a shot of a world title, you gotta capitalize it while you can. So there you go. All right. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. The main event that ended the show. The Stadium Stampede match. Lasted 34 minutes, and that's it. Basically, half an hour and 4 minutes. It features the inner circle of Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz versus Broken Matt Hardy, and the elite, the elite of the Hangman, Adam Page, and Kenny Omega, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. So they started in this football stadium. You have cheerleaders there. You have a mascot there too as well. And yeah, the rest of the ring was set up in the stadium. We're changed to the cop, well, doing cowboy shit within Hangman Adam Page. He rolled in with a horse because he's doing some cowboy shit, and it was cool. And he was trying to run. He basically was running after Sammy Guevara. Well, I don't know what it was with Sammy Guevara getting chased by a go kart and now being chased by a horse. I don't know what's going on with people trying to go after Sammy Guevara for whatever reason. It's funny, you know. But anyways, so how do we? Yeah, the match here itself. The Elite had weapons. Yeah, the inner circle just like the football players. Oh man. Um, so they blew the whistle to start the match. Yeah, and I'll jump ahead by the way, just to what Adam Page did, and I apologize for that. But it's Friday. Um, and that's when Hangman Adam Page shows up, chasing after Sammy Guevara with his horse. So Sammy Guevara at this point was sprinting. Um, so Adam Page looking for Sammy Guevara in the arena. Jericho and Nick were having at it until Matt Jackson gets involved as well. Santana Ortiz starts fighting Matt Hardy. Well, actually, it could be any of the match, at this point. I can't remember. But Nick Jackson got suplex. The baby faces, excuse me, start getting control. They start hitting all the finishers onto Sammy Guevara. Poor Sammy Guevara. Can't make it with a V trigger to um I think it was to Jericho if I'm not mistaken. Nick Jackson goes to Hager and Ortiz with his to the springboard to become heel. Sammy Guevara is hitting his own team with shooting star press. You know, I guess Nick Jackson was out there too. Since that. Okay, so earlier I think it was Matt Jackson because also we see Matt Hardy meant to say. It was Matt Hardy from earlier. So this one was Matt Jackson, excuse me. See, I'm getting myself in folks, and I apologize for that. Climbs the ladder and climbs onto the field goal post, and just off of it onto Jericho and Guevara. Kenny and Hardy, find Guevara and Hager. And then we see Hangman Page is looking for Guevara, but he get and as he's looking for Guevara, he's still riding his horse that way. And then he gets off this horse. He's like, "I give up," and he's going to the bar. He's going drinking. Drunk man Page comes right back to do what he does. Omega scoops Ortiz onto the second bin. Santana throws salt into the eyes of King Omega. He gets power bombed through a table. I'm sorry, they come on the table and the power bomb to King Omega through a guardrail. Let's say, well, not actually do a guardrail. You're basically bending the guardrail. Matt Hardy breaks it up. And it goes on a swimming pool. Matt Hardy is being dumped in by center in the pool. Ortiz didn't want to go into the pool because he can't swim. He goes in there anyways, even though it's only what up to his you know he'll live. So they're dumping him in but yeah, Center Ortiz dumping him Matt Hardy in the pool, and then he pops out as Hardy Boys Matt Hardy, and they start dumping him up and dumping him in the pool again. He comes out as Matt Hardy version 1, the sensei of Manitou, V1 nah. They start beating him again, and they start drawing him again. It comes out of being back to being broken Matt Hardy, and they start fighting, and they continue fighting. Um, Hardy slams Ortiz into a big bell, grabs a steel chair of wheels. He grabs a chair of wheels, I meant to say, and ties him up. Santa hits Matt, with a stops. Street sign. I say. I couldn't tell if it was a stop sign on that. In Michael Jack, I can't remember. Um, and they had the wheelchair or the chair wheels. Uh, you know, and they find an ice box for Hardy to put Santana in, and he locks him in there. And that's just the end of Santana. I can't remember how Ortiz ends. Oh yeah. Um, Ortiz coming behind with a wheelchair or the chair wheels. How Mara says it. Okay, so Jake Hager's trying to find you know Hangman. He sees him in the bar because he knew where he's going to be at. They start drinking together, and also Paige starts attacking Hager, and they start fighting. Um, Hager slams Paige on top of the pool table. The government's powerbomb. By the way, pinfalls are count anywhere. By the way, that's basically what it was. But yeah, basically they're having a bar fight. Hager and Paige. Yeah, Alan Page and Jake Hager. Kevin appears, gets a little bit of bubbly, and slams onto the head of Hager, and goes for the V trigger, and then uh, Omega assists um, Adam Page the buckshot lariat. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. It happens sometimes. I get a brain fart sometimes. Basically, they take out Jake Hager. Guevara was fighting with Matt Jackson. Matt you know gets some multi normalized suplexes. He might have done like about what, maybe 13, maybe. I don't know. I lost count. But at the same time, they kept cutting off away from him to Nick Jackson and Chris Jericho because they were fighting. You know, and then one point we see a mascot. Jericho gives that mascot, basically the big jaguar, the juice effect. Which was wow. I can't remember one point. If I can remember this one point, Jericho. I can't remember if it happened later on, but let me see if it is. So Jericho hits Nick Jackson with Floyd, the baseball bat, by the way. Um, Also Jericho's going for the cover, and then Aubrey Edwards, who's referee, and then she says two, and then Jericho's like, it's three, and then he's like, I challenge you for that call and everything, like how football does it, how the football does, NFL does that, I'm challenging for that call, and then they go into the tent and everything, and then Aubrey Edwards like, you're not supposed to come into the tent with me, which is true. So it's been confirmed. It was a 2 count, so that was funny though that was added into it. Um, Finally, Nick Jackson finishes his normal suplexes because he finally made it to the 100 yards after doing that. So to Sammy Guevara, Jericho hits Nick with Floyd, but Matt Jackson saves him, puts him on the table. Nick Jackson rolls the 5 steps and then jumps off of the steps, of the 5 steps, of the sections, I'm meant to say, with a splash. It wasn't that incredible, but hey, he did his best though. Okay, if I can remember now, Jericho tossed one of the Young Bucks into the that decor you know that decoration thing which is to these inflatable things. Not the one that does the wacky things, like or just the belly buddies. Um, but yeah, you know what I mean. Which is the NFL, which is to the teams, inflatable things. Yes, know what I mean there. I can't remember who Joko threw in there, but I thought that was hilarious though. Yeah, basically the Jaguar was eating one of the elite. Okay, so uh, Hangman Page, he gets a line maker. He goes he goes across the body of Chris Jericho with it. All right, so then we get Sammy Guevara. Excuse me, folks. All right, I'm back. My apologies. I'm almost done. Sammy Guevara. He thought he won the match. So then he sees Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy in a golf cart, and they did it again. Except for one thing. They didn't get to run him down because he climbed over the wall to escape, but he's getting chased by Matt, Nick, Broken Matt, Kenny Omega. So Sammy Guevara is it's on top of the hard camera stand. Sammy Guevara is fighting off Matt. He's fighting off Kenny in a way, but Kenny gets him, and then finally gets him the one wing angel, and then basically off of the hard camera stand do some kind of wooden boards, which it was obviously you can see those crash pads there too, about 10 feet maybe off of there, I guess. And then in the end, Kenny Omega pins him and gets the win. And your winners were the Elite, the Elite, and Broken Matt Hardy. And they celebrate, doing the poses and fireworks going off. About like Matt Jackson was working injured by the way. So, speaking of working injured, I forgot to mention this one thing. Joey Janela, he was not supposed to be in the match, but because what happened with Ray Phoenix, I guess the injury of Ray Phoenix was too serious that he couldn't compete. So George Janelle was a replacement. So there you go. Excuse me. All right, but yeah, that's basically it, folks. I apologize, folks. The reason I kept doing that is because I'm not feeling too good. I got a headache and I'm sneezing. I've been sneezing uncontrollably this earlier today. So you wondering why I kept doing that? That now you know, and I apologize. Um, but it's over now. So what I'm gonna do now, before I end it, I'm gonna give you all my highlights of the night and my overflow for the show, and I'm out here. Um, how do, let's see how can I remember to do this? Because I didn't get I didn't bother writing it down, folks, of it. But once I think about it, once I go do it, it'll be the right outcome. Okay, the wrong one. I gotta think off my bat how I did it. Shock of the night, Brian Cage. You know, showing up for AW Double or Nothing to be in that casino ladder match. Swerve of the night. Um, let's see, what could be Swerve of the night here? Oh yeah, Swerve of the night was Actually, no, I take that back. I'm not going with that. I wasn't thinking about going with that, but I'm not going with that. Swerve of the night. Well, I guess I might as well. Swerve of the night. Has to go to Sean Spears. Swerve of the night rotates to the whole Dustin Rose is going to show up and everything, blah blah blah. But then Randy Rose, and Dustin Rose starts they swerve right back to Sean Spears. Rotates to that match. That match that to me I think it was nothing to me. Not saying it was trash, but it didn't have no place on the card of AEW Dynamite. Um, moment of the night, moment of the night. Hikaru Shida winning the AEW Women's World Championship. Promo of the night. There were promos that was cut on the show. Um, I'm gonna go with Christopher Daniels. I thought his promos were very good. Where it takes to pumping up Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky for it takes to the Casino Ladder match. So I'm gonna go with you know Frank with Christopher Daniels. Even though I don't know why he was going to promo when it's supposed to be about either Scorpio Sky or um you know Frankie Kazarian. But I digress. But hey, Christopher Daniels, when he's on the show, he's going to promo for them. I thought he got the best promo on that show. Video promo of the night though. Um, Video promo of the night. John Moxley versus Brody Lee for the AEW World Championship title. I thought that was a very good promo video where it gets to build up of Moxley and Brody Lee. Move of the night. Let's see. If I had to choose one move in the night, that's gotta go with Hikaru Shida's Falcon Arrow off of the turnbuckle to Nyla Rose on in the ring. Finisher of the night, Kenny Omega's One Winged Angel to Sammy Guevara, which is to the Stampede Stadium match. All right, brutal match of the night. I gotta go with. Let's see, brutal match of the night. Brutal match of the night. We'll have to go to the AEW TNT Championship title. Show stealer of the night. I gotta go with the Casino Ladder match. Creative match of the night. The Stadium Stampede match. Match of the night. John Moxley versus Bray Lee for the AEW World Championship title. And there you go. That's my. Oh yeah. Also, entrance of the night. How can I forget about this highlights? Entrance of the night. Hikaru Shida. Unless I'm thinking about someone else. No, no. Hikaru Shida. She was entrance of the night. Oh, in fact, no, not Hikaru Shida. I was thinking about doing for Hikaru Shida, but because Hangman Adam Page's entrance where he takes to ride his horse into the football stadium, that's entrance of the night. So there you go. So there you go. And my overall score for the show, I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. I would have went with a 10 out of 10 if Cody Rhodes did not win that title, where it should have went to Lance Archer. The fact that I didn't, I gotta take 1 point off. But doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It could be worse. The show could have sucked, but it didn't because at the end of the day, this show was an amazing show, better than WrestleMania, better than Money in the Bank, and I dare anyone to say to me otherwise. Just saying. I'm done, folks. Oh, I'm not gonna rest. And that being said, thank you for watching. For it's Natural Born Thriller saying peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling review. We're just giving you results of this review of AEW Double Nothing 2020. Until next time, folks. And I just want to say AEW is doing a tremendous job of giving us a good quality pro wrestling and with some entertainment as well. Way better than what WWE is doing right now. And there you go. So you all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself with this whole COVID-19 going on. Also, be a better person, folks. Treat people right. Say nice things to people. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Don't be a bully. Don't be a cyberbully. Don't be those type of people that have negative vibes in their lives. Just um so they can ruin people's lives on what the way they do things. You could make a difference. You could leave a positive note, and you can make it. You can indeed show the a negativity into a positivity. And unfortunately, with Hana Kimura, I wish her life could have been saved of what she did to herself. And it is unfortunate. It's because because people these cyber bullies that think they could get away with this, and there'll be no repercussions. It just pains me to see that happening to another person. It's like a Hana Kimura. So that's all I have to say, folks. So that being said, I'm out, and ta ta.